do is run. Hear me out, hear me out. It's all the things you never show. There are the things I want to know. Secrets start in your heart so slow. But if you don't wanna tell me now, I guess I'll never know. Brazil is all my energy. It's getting hard to talk to you when the only one speaks. It's all the things you never show. There are the things I want to know. Secrets are in your heart so slow. But if you don't wanna tell me now, I guess I'll never know. Here we go, turning on the wrong, set to rise. Here we go, you can take me there to rest. Whoa, this time is all yours. Whoa, I can't stay if you can't let it go. I never really know what's going on. Even when you're next to me, I feel like you're gone. All the things you never show. There are the things I want to know. Secrets start in your heart so slow. But if you don't wanna tell me now, I guess I'll never know.
Hello, my people. Hello, BU Nation. What's up? Friday Night Live is in the air. Hope you guys are okay. Hope everything is fine there. It's always a pleasure to be here, I want to say. I just count the days now for me to be here, for me to be talking to you guys, share some thoughts, some good conversation. I'm not going to say some coffee because I don't drink coffee, but it's a pleasure to be here. Yeah, my sound is working okay. Just want to say, first of all, it's another episode of Friday Night Live. I hope you guys can participate. If you are here already, please step up, leave your comment. I have another computer right here by my side. Let's talk about the channel. Let's talk about Brazil. I hope my name is Mark Saint. If you are here for the first time, this channel focuses on speaking about Brazil, on exploring this country of Brazil and all the beauty and all the positivity and the good things that we have to offer, right? So this is your right place if you are interested in learning about our culture, about everything basically, investments, documents. We have walking vlogs, we have bike vlogs, and we have a very nice and loyal community. I want to say that. The people who follow the channel are the best. They're always there for me, always supporting, always writing me messages. The comments that I receive are amazing, so I want to thank you all for this. Just reminding you guys that we have a secondary channel. I have to say that all the time. Go check it out. If you already follow here, if you are a subscriber on this channel here, why not also subscribe to Portuguese with Mark Saint? I have here an account that I'm using by my side, so I'm going to leave the name of the channel for you two guys to go there And subscribe and help me grow there as well. Second channel, it's gonna be Portuguese with Mark Saint on YouTube. Go check it out, because I'm trying to post 3 videos every week. So I'm already failing today because I haven't posted in any of the channels, not here, not the other, but I already have the video prepared, so it might be a little later today because of the live stream and also some other things that I was doing. But it's gonna come out, I promise you. Up until the end of the night, you guys are gonna receive. So you can wake up Saturday morning with a new video on the 2 channels, here and the other one as well. I wanna know if you guys have been following the videos, if you have an opinion, if you wanna make any comments. I'm here for you guys, okay? Just reminding you that it's very important that you comment on the videos when you watch, that you click on the like button. If you like what you see, of course. If you don't, also leave your comment so that we can put our quality department to work and offer you guys the best material, the best content here on YouTube. After all, you guys are dedicating some time to be watching my videos, so the minimum you deserve is quality. So let me know where I could improve, okay? I just want to say as well that today is a holiday in Brazil. It's Friday, it's a holiday. It might be a holiday in many other countries, I don't know, because it's a Catholic holiday for the Easter, right? Also, Monday is a holiday in Brazil, so after Carnival, I think this is, or like Carnival, this is the second biggest holiday in this semester. So it's basically Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. A lot of people have gone to the beach. That's not my case because it was raining. Actually, I think it's still raining right now here in São Paulo. So if at least you live in São Paulo, you haven't been lucky with the weather to go to the beach or to travel, right? It's always a good thing to get out of the house a little, but the weather is not very favorable. Guys, I just want to say that if you missed the videos during the week, I'm going to keep you posted on what we've been doing, the activities we've been performing on the channel. So I had a video that unfortunately was not very viewed, right? I made a video, the last one on Wednesday was about the history of Brazil Soccer League, we call Brasileirão. Very few views, unfortunately. People didn't like it very much, I think. Or maybe the topic, right? As you guys are foreigners, soccer might not be your thing, you know? Especially because at least the national team in Brazil sucks at the time, unfortunately. But it's a very interesting story if you guys like sports and if you like soccer. I recommend you guys to go check it out, okay? Because I give you all the details on how the Campeonato Brasileiro has come to be, or came to be, right? And the interesting thing, nowadays it's considered one of the top 5, I believe, top 3, I heard, best leagues of soccer in the world. So I give you reasons why, I show you how it works. And the best thing, we have the presence of Brad Zucker, so if you haven't checked it out, go check it out. Remember to leave a comment. The other video that I posted this week was about Silvio Santos. I have this idea, but I don't know if you guys, if it would be, you know, accepted among you guys, which is talk about the Brazilian icons, the Brazilian, not celebrities, but the people who really have made a difference to bringing or taking the name of Brazil abroad. Or sometimes they are so big in Brazil that they have become part of our culture. And if you guys want to learn about the culture of Brazil, and you hear their names, you're going to feel a little lost. So my idea is this. When I decided to make videos about these icons, these people, I wanted to illustrate things a little bit more in terms of our society. And I don't want you to feel lost. I want you to say, oh, I know because I watched this on Brazilian subtitle. Oh, Mark has told us. So I have this feeling. I want you guys to be able to be part of any conversation here in Brazil, because you guys were instructed about these icons like Silvio Santos. Impossible for us to not hear about him, even though he's dead now. He died last year. He's still very present in the society, in the jokes that we have, because he was such a caricature, I would say. His voice, the way he presented his shows, his happiness, that it's impossible not to find impersonators of Silvio Santos around here in Brazil, or trying to copy his voice and his jokes and stuff. So I said, okay, I really need to talk about him because he also made a difference for this country, and I made this video. Not so popular. I can see that people prefer videos that tend to talk about more or focus more on the life as it is in Brazil. Correct me if I'm mistaken, because I will follow this line. My idea is to really produce things that get popular, that can contribute for the channel to grow. So what is the point of focusing on things that people don't want to watch? So I want you guys to be part of this decision. Step up, please. Give me your opinions. If you like this kind of content, what kind of content you would like to see around, and I'm gonna be producing more. I made another video, but that was last week, right? I made a video about Rio being the capital of Brazil for many years. It was the second capital in the country, and it was okay, not very much viewed, to be honest. But I think it can bring you some background, some history. I have received some messages from people saying that they love this kind of content when I talk about history. So I have some videos prepared already, because I'm very efficient right now. I don't know if you guys noticed. I have a calendar, I have the production of videos constantly. And as I do everything, sometimes it takes a while, but eventually the videos will be posted. So just be patient with me. But I have, for example, a continuation for this video about Rio. And I want to know if you guys are interested in watching, because this time around I'm going to tell you how Brasilia became our capital. And why is Brasilia different from Rio in terms of organization and structuring. So it's also a historical video. If you guys want to know, I'll be posting this next week. All right. I'm following every metric about the videos that are posted. I can see some are more popular than others, of course. But apparently things that involve more the daily life, what it is like to be on the streets of Brazil, walking around, or mentioning tips for you guys to have a good trip. I think these are the lines of videos that you guys want to see. So please contribute with this. Share your opinion about that. Okay? Whatever it is, I'm pretty sure everything is done with a lot of attention, because I want you guys again to receive good content. So we have Ronin Jedi. How you doing, man? Boa tarde, Mark. Boa tarde, meu amigo. Obrigado por estar aqui mais uma vez. Thanks for being here one more time. It's a pleasure. If you guys have questions, I'm here for you, okay? Let's see what's going on in Brazil. I don't think we're going to have much because, as I said, it's a holiday in the country. So Brazilians are away. São Paulo is a paradise right now. Let me tell you this. São Paulo is big, you know that, right? 12 million people, the city. But I was on the street today, among the things that I had to do. And something I couldn't help it but notice was the calm and tranquility of the streets. It's incredible. It's like, it's even weird, to be honest with you, because we are so accustomed to agitation, to the bustling streets, to cars coming and going. And when you see the city, like, almost stopped. A guy here, a girl there, a car here, so everything's so calm. It's weird, because people leaving numbers, right? At least in my neighborhood right now, because I know São Paulo is so big. Millions of people will go down to the beach, to the coast of São Paulo, and like 6 other million will still be here, you know? But compared to what we are accustomed, so calm. I think it's a perfect time for me to go to the streets again during this holiday and make some extra or some external videos, I wanted to say, showing other parts of the city that I might not have covered here on the channel. My wife was suggesting this afternoon that we should try to do what we used to do at the beginning of the channel. If you guys go to the oldest videos, because we went out in family and she was the camera girl and we were exploring museums and galleries and also interesting places, so many places in São Paulo, parks, bars. And I said, why not? I think this weekend is great for us to produce content like this. If we do, I'd like to recommend you guys to follow the other social medias as well, because with the other social medias you'll see backstage pictures, backstage videos, things that you won't normally see here. You're gonna be able to see on the other social media. So if you go to Instagram, it's Brazil.unsubtitled. Oi, Manu. So if you go to Instagram, it's Brazil.unsubtitled. And I might go out and produce something. Let's see. Tapping to Brazilian could be a tough topic, but it is necessary for understanding. Maybe ending each current event video with some relevant cultural topic would be a good thing. That's interesting. Manuela. I'm in a live stream. So interesting, yeah. My idea, yes, with the cultural videos running is really to update you guys on a lot of things that happen in our culture. Because I know a lot of you guys are not only tourists, right? Simple travelers of the country, and you guys want to come here and you want to consume. Some of you are investing in properties, but I think it's very valid. I want to hear what you guys have to say about this, because then again, it's very important that we don't waste time and that I don't waste your time as well, because I want you guys to sit down, open my channel or our channel and be able to see things that are relevant for you. So, and it's a lot of work, I'm gonna say. Even the simple videos that I make, that I edit, it takes forever, you know, because you have to put images, there's sound, there are details. So I'd rather use this time and this effort to produce something I know will be relevant to your lives. Like, I kind of get an idea of what you guys want to see because of the YouTube metrics, the analytics, right? It gives me a perfect scenario of what is popular and what is not so much. But I want to hear from you guys, because maybe I'm missing something. So this conversation moments are very important for us to align things and make things happen even better. But yeah, like I have one that it's already, I was gonna say in the oven. It actually has been recorded already. I made a video about Ayrton Senna, you know, and Ayrton Senna is a video I always wanted to prepare, always wanted to do for the channel, but I never did. So a lot of people know Ayrton Senna, but so many others don't remember him and don't remember his significance for the country. So this one is one I will definitely post because it's a very beautiful story. So if you guys are consuming content from Brazil, like Netflix, for example, And there's this new show about called Senna, right? About Ayrton Senna. So who is the guy? Okay, you're gonna have an idea there, but coming to the channel, really seeing it, it's I think it's completely different. But yeah, I totally agree with you. The culture might be something hard, you know. Sometimes I try to put myself in your shoes when I am thinking of the topics for the channel. And sometimes I think, okay, if I were watching a video about Friends or following a channel about Friends, would I be interested in knowing about a French TV host? So I was asking myself that question the other day. Even though he's important for Friends, but I'm starting to have second thoughts about this, because and that's the beauty of the thing, because you guys can see this channel is very transparent. It's trying, making mistakes, fixing again, trying, making mistakes, fixing again. I again wanna produce things that you guys are dying to see. You wanna, oh my God, I can't wait for the next video, for the next day, because I wanna see this. So that's why this moment is really important. Okay? Anybody else with us? It's just me and Ronin Jedi. Please step up and say hello. It's very important that you do this, of course. So the idea of changing the day of the live streaming. Why? Because you guys participated. So your participation is always very welcome. You guys participated, said, Mark, look, Wednesdays are not working out. Maybe we should try another. And I did. I put Mondays at 6 p.m. Great. So I had a very big participation last Monday. Too bad I had to stop. I want to apologize, because when the conversation started to get really, you know, busy, I had to stop the streaming because I had another appointment. But you guys know every Mondays and Fridays, 6 p.m., right? Trevor Jones, I don't think it's terribly difficult. From my perspective, it's just a matter of being open to it all. And learning will come. Yeah, I agree. Hello, Trevor Jones. How are you? Yeah, I think, look, eventually, everything Brazil is interesting, right? If that's what we're talking here. Everything Brazil is important. But the channel is just growing. It's just 5,000 people. And I'm very happy with this 5,000, but I have big aspirations, right? I want this to really become something powerful. I need your help for that, by the way. Subscribe, send the link to your friends, help me, watch the videos, leave your comments. The same things I say every day, but it's important that I do. But I want to focus on things that are really, how can I say, less demanding for me because of so many other things that I gotta do. And also, I want to prepare things that are going to be useful for you. Like I remember I received a message from a subscriber that eventually became a member of the channel as well. And I was very thankful for that. Because he said, you know, Mark, every video that you've made about the suggestions on São Paulo and Brazil, I followed each and every one of them. Even the train one, because I made a video showing you guys how to get to the airport of Guarulhos, the GRU airport here in São Paulo, and reach the metropole, reach the city through public transportation. Because some people had no idea about that. They kind of knew, but they didn't know that much. So the video was very enlightening for them. And it's very nice. The guy said, look, I remember I watched your video about the trains, and then I had to go to São Paulo, and I put that in practice, and it worked. Thank you, blah, blah, blah. So this is really positive, I guess. Or not to mention the CPF, right? The CPF is something that also calls people attention very much. So I think I will focus on this. I will focus on lifestyle in Brazil. and things that really involve being here, not only for the travelers but also for the people who want to live here. Because I've been noticing, guys, a kind of a mass movement towards becoming a resident in the country. This is very interesting. And in the past, which was, if it was just Rio, it's not anymore. Like I see many people sending me messages asking me about the apartments, about the properties that we advertise here on the channel from time to time, because they want to live in São Paulo. They want to try a life here. I have a friend that is also working his things in order to retire in Brazil. So he's gonna actually retire in the United States, get the retirement visa in Brazil, and become a resident of São Paulo, because he wants to try new things. He wants to get to see another society, another culture. So maybe that's the line we will follow from now on. And I'm just telling you that, not regretting for anything that I posted, okay, just to make it clear. Because I'm very proud of many videos that I've made, but I still have, I think, 4 or 5 already recorded. Yeah, I told you I was efficient now. So I already got 4 or 5 recorded for the channel, but I'll start really producing things that are easier for me to be posting. And who knows, maybe with that fashion, I might be able to post every day. Can you imagine? Because nowadays I establish 3 days a week, but depending on the format, something more honest, more sincere, more straightforward, I'll be able to put a camera and start talking about something that might change your lives, like the visa, or that you guys need a CPF number for you to invest in here, or how much it costs for you to live in São Paulo. Maybe this guy that is gonna immigrate to a great friend of mine, by the way. Very nice, always nice with the channel and myself. So John, I'm gonna say John, his name is John, really. So John maybe is interested in knowing the prices in São Paulo right now, and maybe medical insurance. Some people sometimes look at this, look at what Travel Jones is saying. That is what brought me to your channel, CPF and property. Thank you, Travel Jones. These kind of messages are very important, because you guys are my clients. I'm providing you a service, so it has to be the best, right? So yeah, Jones, I think I'll follow this line, showing you CPF numbers. I need to figure out a way to help you guys create a banking account in Brazil, because some people ask me that a lot, and Brazil is very strict to this kind of idea of opening banking accounts to foreigners. They don't want to do it, it's one of the... Manu, I'm in a live stream right now, filha.
Look at it.
Oh, look at what she did, guys. Take a look. Look at that. Say hello, Manuela Pires.
Hi.
Oh, so beautiful.
Hello, Mato.
Oh, so this is like she cut papers and glue. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Is this from Muppet Baby? You have no idea.
Muppet Baby.
You have no idea what I'm talking about, right?
No.
Go check.
It's Sanrio.
Go check Muppet Babies on YouTube. You're gonna love it.
It's Sanrio.
He looks like Caco, the guy from Muppet Babies. Yeah, Caco in Portuguese. I don't know in English. Love you. Bye. So yeah, I might follow this idea of like helping you guys get a banking account in Brazil, and some other hacks that will help you with figuring out the country, areas that are great for specific things. For example, you guys want to live in Brazil, right? Or let's say São Paulo. Do you guys know we have a street for basically everything that you need in São Paulo? For example, you love cereal, right? But you don't want to eat the industrialized one that has a lot of sugar. You want to eat cereal, but you also want to keep an eye on your health. Do you know we have something called Rua dos Cerealistas in São Paulo? It's one specific street with a lot of stores selling all kinds of cereal directly from the producer, and also nuts, cashew nuts, Brazil nuts, all kinds of nuts, basically almonds, everything, peanuts. So we have one specific street for these things. This could be useful information for a lot of people. Another thing, maybe you have bought a house in Brazil or in São Paulo, and you want to decorate it, and you want to, let's say, put some pieces of wood or maybe some boards in your living room that is going to be varnished later on. So where do you get good pieces of wood, good wood boards for a good price? There is a street in São Paulo only for this kind of things, for this rustic materials. You can find, there's a street only for doors, only for wooden doors. It's incredible. You find basically everything here. Oh no, I want to buy some shoes that are cheap because I'm starting to jog. We also have areas that sell things for very good prices. Like there is a neighborhood called Brás here in São Paulo that they sell everything for a very low price. Like the other day I bought those glasses frame. Take a look. This is for myself, not for Brad Zuka. Here, take a look. Very cheap, guys. I think I paid 40 reais on this, which is less than what? Than $10. Much less. So real to dollar. I think it was 49 reais that I paid. $8, guys. So if you're living in Brazil and you're not going to the US to buy, of course, because it might be better to buy there, you can find these. And it's very good quality, by the way. Really light, so I just need to put the lenses, of course. And also, they work on the lenses. They also, just remove them here. Check it out. They also have the lenses made there for a lower price, like I did with my daughter. I had her lenses made there. Amazing. She's using them, no problems. So I think this kind of information that will help you guys navigate through the society, the Brazilian society, I think it might be more useful for the channel. It might attract more people. It might be more helpful, because my idea here is really to help you guys, right? But your suggestions are open. I'm here to receive them. Please let me know what you think. I want to hear. I'm thinking about other areas as well. But for the next couple of weeks, I still might follow the same line that I've been following with the culture and the interesting things. Sometimes I get something right, like the video about Brazil versus Argentina and Bangladesh. That video didn't give me much until the fourth day that was already online. After that, a lot of people started commenting and discussing the rivalry between Brazil and Argentina. It was very valid for the channel. I need to look at these things as well. So, but many other things that I have posted, I said, you might not have so much return on this investment, this effort. And I was right. Didn't really reach 50 views, which is a shame, right? $50 there, Jones. Are you serious? Man, seriously, I have paid, buddy. 49 reais. Might be from China. Because China is taking over the world. Look at that. And I of course you guys can't see, but it's really good quality. It's not like that plastic thing that you can throw it away. It looks like those in the past, back in the 80s, you bought candies and you had this plastic toys. No, this is really good and very stylish in my opinion. And guys, this is just a pair that I got because there are so many. You have round ones like John Lennon, you have bigger ones, small, well, all kinds, male and female. Fantastic. And very cheap, man. I think Manuela's, I paid 30 reais. Manuela's was even cheaper than this one. I paid 30 reais, which in dollars would be, 30 bucks. $5.17. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine? You can wear this easily anywhere, guys. Anywhere. You can go to an elegant party and stuff. Dun, 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 dun. I'm kidding, because I don't look like Superman. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, by the way, it's Superman Day today. I'm a nerd as well. I know that today's Superman Day. So that's it. That's what I'm gonna follow from now on. I'm gonna try to read what you guys are telling me more through the numbers, through the audience, through the participation, the comments, the analytics. Because I can't afford to waste my time. I can't. I'm just too busy with so many things. So if I'm going to do this here with you guys, it has to be very well done. And it has to be relevant, okay? So, other than that, like I made this about UFOs invaded Brazil. Okay, it's great if you guys are interested, you can go there, but I need to look at what people are saying. 88 views for a video that took me hours to edit sucks. You know, it sucks. So, that has to change, okay? Sometimes I wonder if you guys are interested in seeing some vlogs as well. Because some of the vlogs were not so popular. Some of them were, some were not. I think what I see, something that is more current for the society, like when Carrefour was being boycotted, it makes more sense, right? Or documentation, definitely, or investment, like the penthouses that I made the video about, or the neighborhoods that I show, like Moema, had a very good return on the views. People wanted to learn more about Moema. Vila Olímpia, people wanted to know more, right? The visas, don't have to say, always so popular. Oh, the Brazilian breakfast, we had some 700 people interested in learning almost. The BRICS, everybody wanted to know. Of course, because it's something that affects people's lives in general, right? And I'm not having any pretension here because I know the channel is small and I'm not expecting higher views, but anyways. Oh, look at that. I just saw it. I hadn't known. I didn't know that. 22,000 for the Pix. People got really interested in learning what a Pix is. Wow. Fantastic. I wonder if it has surpassed the video about BYD. Because I also had that video about BYD. Let's see. 22,000. Oh, it's a tie, guys. Exactly 22,000 for the BYD video, which was my number one. And the Pix, I never thought, speaking about what a Pix is, which is a payment format here in Brazil, it would bring so many views. Incredible. And I think it has surpassed the other one that I had about investments, like Invest in Brazil, and the CPF is also really popular. Let me see how much now, how many views now for the CPF. Oh, the Brazilian healthcare was also popular compared to the others. It was 5,000 people. Is São Paulo pricey? The first time I'm seeing these numbers, guys. 9.3 thousand views. So people really wanted to know if São Paulo is. So when I ask a question, when I come here and I introduce something to debate, people really respond well to the views. That's very nice. Thank you all for having watched this. The temporary residence, 1,100 views. Some people sometimes think because I give this information about the videos, I am also working with that. I thought about it, and I had a bad experience recently helping a guy trying to get the residence visa, the retirement visa, because his documents were never accurate, and but never accurate because we took to the government and they responded differently. Oh, you forgot this detail, but we look at the requirements and it was not there. So, and I also don't have time for that because of the other things that I do. So some people come to me and say, hey, are you working with no, I'm just showing you guys through information, through studying what to do, what not to do. But as of yet, I don't have any plans to open like a bureau to help you guys, immigrate. Maybe in the future, maybe if things get really big. But as of yet, impossible. I would have to clone myself. And this it's not something real for now, right? Let me just take a look at the one of the properties. About São Paulo, also people want to see, 2,000 views. Okay, the one that I said, get a property in Brazil. My first one about that, 15,000. But I'm impressed with the pics. People really like the learning about what a PIX means, right? For the Brazilians. Because this is something that is internal market, right? Like foreigners cannot use PIX unless they have an account, Interesting. Okay, I'll always analyze these numbers. Even the low view videos are good in case of one day people happen to be interested in you. Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think I need to be. That's my idea. Okay, I don't just make videos for views. I just want to make that clear. Of course, I have to consider that, because if I want the channel to reach the next level, guys, I need to focus my energy on things that will bring some return. That's obvious. I agree with you. I make these videos that I like and I think will be somehow entertaining, and some people will enjoy. That's absolutely true what you're saying. But I need to dedicate more time for those that will be more helpful than entertaining, at least at the beginning, right? Let's try to balance things. Maybe two entertaining, two helpful, one entertaining. Let's see. We can figure that out together. Yes, there's so much change, Jones. I agree. People are looking at the possibility of moving. Yes. And I don't know, I see news about the US and about Europe, and I see some places are kind of, people are complaining a lot about so many things. Changes in the way things are done, jobs, and sometimes they look at Brazil and say, maybe there's a hope there. So I agree. I think I need to keep them coming, especially the ones that bring news. One of the ideas that I had for the beginning of this channel was, not the beginning exactly, but I think after the third year I came up with that. I even had a podcast at the beginning because I thought, okay, these things are easier because I just make them, post without editing much. I just cut some things that I might have said or came out wrong, I don't know, post them. And people will know it's a format of a podcast. But I stopped because I didn't get so many views on them. I should have insisted maybe. But one thing that I was thinking after the third year was to come here every morning, telling you the news, reading the news of the day, for you guys to start the day like informed about Brazil. And I even called BU News Roundup. But I started very simply, like it was just me, the camera, and I was reading and talking to you guys, commenting the headlines. And then I kind of, I decided to put Brad Zucker, and it's a lot of work, right? When Brad Zucker participates, he's very talented, I'm gonna say, but it's a lot of work because I have to do all the editing, all the dress up, all the wardrobe. It's a lot of work. But even for me, it was getting complicated to come here every morning. But maybe I might think about that again, because at least I want this channel to be more and more, how can I say, to be more alive. I don't want you guys to look at it and hear the crickets, creak, 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 or the tumbleweeds. I want you to see, wow, there's movement and this guy is really going for it. So I want you guys to be able to consume more from the channel without getting tired, of course. But let's see. I like this phase when I am reconsidering things. That's what makes me, that's my driving force, I would say. I'm always rethinking things. Oh, maybe we can try to do things in a different way. We can invest here, invest there, change the format of the videos. I'm going to come up with something interesting. Hey Josh, how are you? Josh and his smart questions, I love them. Since Brazil existed because of Portugal and Iberian Peninsula in general, how did Brazil manage to avoid having the same kind of image as the Iberian Peninsula, where it's... Yeah, and there's another thing, right? Don't forget, Josh, this place was also the metropole for a while. It's the first case in history. The colony becomes the metropole because the government ran away, sneaked away in the middle of the night because of Napoleon Bonaparte, who threatened to invade Portugal. So Dom João VI got all his people, all the royalty came to Brazil, established their kingdom here in Brazil and controlled the things from Brazil, separated by an ocean. So we could have had more influence, I think, because if you go to specific areas of Salvador and also Rio and even São Paulo, you will see this architecture, this there are some houses in Rio more specifically that it's like a trip back to the past. Everything is so from that period, so the architecture copies everything from Europe. So that's a very good question. I think because for a while after the Republican coup, and it was a coup, I'm gonna say, after Brazil stopped being a monarchy and became a republic, somehow the Portuguese were demonized in this country. And everybody that had something to do with Portugal was seen with bad eyes, was looked down upon. So maybe this is the reason. Like Brazil sought to build our own identity, or at least we tried to detach from everything Portugal. the traditions, we still have a lot, okay? Even the religion. But I think, I don't know, let's try to do things our way, because Brazil is a melting pot, you know that, right? Brazil is a mix of so many peoples. So maybe they try to do something more ourselves. I don't know. It might be a reason. But isn't it the same with the others, I ask? For example, how similar to England is the United States? Maybe you can tell me this. How similar to England? How much do you guys resemble the British? You know? Because I think, okay, there was a war, okay, I'm gonna be independent, yes, but how about the influence? You know, I think most the normally peoples who were dominated, they try to follow their own path, I believe. Because the image people have with Brazil is very much different from the image people have with Portugal and Spain, where the former is exoticized and the latter is imagined. Oh, so I agree, Josh. I totally agree with you. And I'm going to be honest with you, I really wanted to be the latter. I like the fact that we have our own identity, okay? Don't get me wrong. Because being exotic is also interesting, mysterious. Maybe if we were the latter, we wouldn't cause so much impact on the people, for the good and for the bad. Because I know a lot of tourists who come here and they want to live here. Oh my God, this place is, people respect me, people talk to me for who I am, and oh my goodness, they are so gentle, so friendly. You know, I don't know, but I like this idea of medieval. Actually, Josh, I don't know if you know, there is a movement in Brazil that tries to reestablish the monarchy back. They are, they call the monarchists. They are trying to, how can I say, educate people more on how the monarchy was better for us. And it's not an absolutist monarchy they're talking about. They're talking about a monarchy like in Spain, like in Portugal, for that matter, like in Sweden, you know? Even like in England, you have a parliament, you have a first prime minister, right? So these and the movement is growing. If you saw that video with Pina, the guy who has a soccer school to help kids in need, he's from the monarchists. So he is one of the guys who believe the republic is not good for the country. And it would be so much better if we had the monarchy reestablished, especially on the sense of identity. Because somehow our identity got lost throughout the years. You know, some people started looking down on themselves and thinking the foreigner was better. There are still a lot of people who think like this, and I think it's a shame. You know, like the grass is always greener on the other side. That's ridiculous. But some people, they really say that if we had a monarchy, we would have this identity again, because we would be all the people of the king. We would have like the passport would change. It would represent our pride. Brazilians are very proud already, but if we had this identity, because some people say, oh, we are like mongrels, like those dogs on the street. We don't have an identity. We do have an identity. We have been colonized. We are a mix of many peoples, but we have a line of colonization. We have a line of immigration. These things cannot be overlooked, you know. So that's a very interesting thing. What if we had this more similar to the colonizers, you know? Oh, I made a video about the difference between the Brazilian Portuguese and the Portuguese from Portugal for the other channel, Portuguese with Mark Saint. Don't know if you guys have seen it already. But I kind of cover this idea of the history and how Portuguese came to be and the importance of Portugal for our existence. So it was very interesting. My opinion, at least. Brazil feels different because it was born after the medieval era. Its roots are tropical, mixed and modern, no food or crusading. Garver, how are you, man? Thanks for being here one more time. Yes, but he's right as well, because the Portuguese, Garver, brought their traditions, their culture into the land. And now that I am a Brazilian Portuguese teacher, just when you study something, things open, right? That's why I like that passage from the Bible. I was blind, but now I see. Because knowledge is the solution for ignorance. I always say, if you're ignorant about something, you're in the dark. I'm sorry to say that bluntly, but it's true. If you're ignorant about something, you're in the dark. You need to come to light. So, now that I'm studying the Portuguese, and I remember the various accents of my country, right? When I see that, I say, my God, now I understand why the Cariocas speak like this, because it's completely Portuguese. This garçom, they say when they speak, right? And they have this hissing sound when they speak. It's from the Portuguese. Just São Paulo is one of the few that doesn't speak like that. Why? Because we had other immigrations, Italian, Spanish, Japanese, so there was a mix here. But the Portuguese brought a lot. Even like they attended theaters in Portugal and in France. They had theaters made in the copy of those theaters from Europe, here in São Paulo, here in Brazil. If you go to Teatro Municipal in Rio, the municipal theater, it's amazing. Amazing. You look, it's European architecture. In São Paulo, no different. The elite had these things. They had the theater made because they wanted this thing. They wanted to have a life similar to European. So we have a little of medieval. We have a little of the classic, of the Gothic, but we mixed with so many other things as well. Another thing I once tried to look up before is what is now known as Brazil was like. I didn't do, yeah, exclusively. And Josh, we have been told, I don't remember the books, but we have been told actually the Portuguese were not the first to step on the land. It's the first who have made it public. But there were, I think, another navigator who knew the existence of Brazil before. But I don't remember where. Maybe I'll check it out. And it's even interesting for us to discuss some other opportunity. Yeah, exactly. That's what you said here. Had no written records all the time even. Since information about Brazil was like, yeah, exactly. Oh, I'm so happy that you changed, buddy. Political extreme crap before I grow them. Delayed. So happy. No problem. It's okay. Yeah, but it's very interesting, the questions that you bring to the channel. Thank you for that, man. Thank you for that. I think it's food for thought, Now that I'm working with the channel, guys, I have this desire of studying more about my country, of exploring, of reading, and always sharing with you. So I'm trying to watch more documentaries about this, because I believe many of these studies are in Portuguese, and you guys won't have access, right? So I would be the bridge for you guys to this kind of work. So very interesting. We could really use these topics for live streams like this. right? Or even videos, who knows? But I every time I come here, I'll try to bring some new information, enlighten you first, and then we debate, because that's very cool. I start thinking of things that I never occurred to me before, never crossed my mind. You know, just reminding you guys, smash the like button, please. Don't forget to do this. It's very important that you guys help with the channel. Also, try to binge watch the videos that have been posted. Maybe you might like something that was produced. But as I was saying at the beginning, I still have a few videos that I'll be posting on the same line of the ones that I have recently released. But after that, I'll try to find something more practical, something that I can come here, turn on my camera, talk to you guys about, change your lives, be relevant for you, maybe lifestyle or things that happen inside the country, and post more often. Who knows? Maybe if I don't have to edit that much, you know, I can even be here more often. And I want you guys to be able to figure out the country, the legal part, the banking system, residents, all these kind of things that people respond so well when I make videos. I was just saying, I made a video that is probably now my #1, Pix. What is a Pix payment form? People didn't know about this, and I had no expectations for this video to be popular, and it was. You know, Tali is here. Hi, nega. How are you? So it's very important that you guys keep an eye on the channel, because things might change again in terms of what is going to be offered for you guys. Okay, I need to focus on the analytics, see what you guys want to see more, but eventually bring something different, because I hate routines. So that's it. I was looking at any possible interesting piece of news to share with you from the Brazilian media. But as I said, it's a holiday today. It's a holiday on Monday, so it's a 4-day holiday here. Things are quite calm. But I might produce some outdoor videos this weekend, taking advantage of the fact that we are having these calm days in the city. Also follow us on Instagram, please. Let's try to increase the number there. It's very important. Guys, if I am benefited by your help, you guys will be benefited. That's for sure, because I'll be making much more content for you guys as well. Okay? Well, it says here that the rain that has fallen this afternoon in São Paulo has already caused some flooding. Yeah, I hadn't seen rain in São Paulo in a while, I guess. You're gonna have Lady Gaga in Rio, according to the news. Oh, that's a very good question as well. Yeah, that's very complicated, I guess. How do I know that the news are not biased? There are some medias, Josh, that are really biased. So what I do is I try to choose one institution that has more credibility, that has been in the market for a while now, like this one that I follow, 150 years. But that doesn't save me from being lied to, okay? Because even old institutions, Josh, yes, even old institutions, they change the directions many times throughout this period, of course. We don't have immortal people. But I try to follow the reason. If I see that the discourse is pending for one side or to another, I change. And another thing, I try to check in many sources just to see if it's really what they're saying. Okay? That's a very good question again. Thank you. I try to check as many sources that I can, because yes, I might be spreading something that is a lie, that is fake. And nowadays, you know that, right, Josh? We are living in a period that sucks, man. If you don't pay attention, people are brainwashed very much. It affects the lives of a lot of people, you know. Yeah, I agree. The news in America and around the world notorious for clickbait. Exactly. The more clicks, the better. I don't think the source that I use is how can I say, is excluded from that. They are also part of this game. Everybody is. So I try to read before, take a look and say, is it really real? And then I go check other places. Because sometimes news are just defending one point of view or the interests of the investors behind. That's complicated. And I try to, at least for the channel, I try to focus on things that are not so complicated. Things that are, for example, there's a new industry coming to Brazil next year. Things that are more relevant, and they are not really intended to deceive people. Why would you lie about an industry coming? You know? But then again, as I said, nothing so interesting going on. What do you mean when you say click the back button, essentially? Yeah, first of all, man, extremes, right? I think what Brazil lives is very similar to what the United States lives. And I'm going to tell you, sometimes Brazil copies the US in a bad way. You know? Like the bad things that happen in the US sometimes take place here as well. Like what you guys had on January 6th, for us was Jan 8th. So, you know, like the conflict between the people and the government institutions. So this kind of extremes, I try to stay away. I try to you know, really be away from this, because that's not the point of this channel, right? The point of the channel is not really discussing politics. Just when there is a new change of law that will affect, for example, visas. But other than that, not interested. I don't know if you knew this, Josh. During the presidential election, my wife and I stayed here for 4 or 5 hours, covering the polls after the election was finished, until they really claimed that this candidate had won, Lula. Oh, we were called leftists. We were called a lot of names just because we were reporting and transparently showing you the numbers. Look, y'all, this is what is going on, because we were using the website of the government with the official numbers. Oh, suddenly I was not rooting for Bolsonaro. I was rooting for the other guy, and I never said which one I had voted, and I'll never say. And people really got angry. So can you imagine? So this is something I really don't get involved, you know. There are so many other places that want to get views because of politics. It's not us. I don't want this to happen here, you know. But if you are either side, I think I'm gonna go with you again on this. I think it's very complicated for you to consume the news, because some will defend the left, others will defend the right. Like you have Fox supporting Trump, and other medias going against him, and vice versa. And then there's this clash, and the population's in between, right? Guys, please don't forget to smash the like button there. Thank you very much for being with me up until now. Remember, next Monday is a holiday, but I'm going to be here at 6 p.m. So the machine, the gears don't stop, right? Smash this like button there for you to help us. Please binge watch the videos. At least tell me what you think. If you hate the videos, no problem, do it. Write the video on the video. Look, I didn't like this. I think you're wrong about that. Your participation is very important, right? So I'm gonna call it a night now. I'm gonna stop the live stream. Thank you very much for your participation. It's always amazing. Remember to be here at 6 p.m. Brasilia time every Mondays and Fridays for us to discuss Brazil and enjoy, right, our talks, our conversations. Thank you very much for every one of you who have participated. Yeah, that's it. Your reputation in the line, which is why many IP owners, such as Nintendo, for example, tend not to allow. Yeah, man. Look, the idea of getting involved in politics. Oh my God! Let me give you just an example, Josh. There's this boy that I follow here in Brazil. He's really young, but I like this new generation because they're very talented, you know? Like your generation, you are 20-something, you told me. So you guys are becoming entrepreneurs from a very early age. So this guy, he sells English courses. I think he has a company already with about 50 people. Because he sells his courses digitally, online, you know. And he's making money. I can see it's a beautiful story because he posts like, oh, there's this transformation. Because he's from Rio Grande do Sul, if I'm not mistaken. The rural areas, the countryside of Rio Grande do Sul, Josh. And you see his ascension, like he's ascending to stardom and to fame and to money. Because he speaks English really well, he's selling his courses, a lot of people are buying. He uses those PL something, what is the name? Product Launching Formula, PLF. He uses the PLF techniques, which by the way I'm reading as well. I don't have them here. And suddenly he started talking about politics. And worse than that, he started positioning himself in discussions that in the society are very complicated. Very complicated. For example, gay things, homosexual things. He started positioning himself on this and involving politics and involving life. But a profile that was focused on selling his products, bringing new words for the students suddenly became a mess. I think he maybe was strategic, but for me it's a very dangerous choice. Because now, a side of his public, a big side, a big part of it, is turning the back on him and unfollowing him and giving up on the idea of buying his products. Well, that's a mistake. In my opinion, it's a big mistake. It's gonna backfire, okay? And I think as a business, you cannot have your opinion. As a business, you have to do your business. What is your focus? The focus of my channel is not for you. I have to give my opinion when I think I'm not gonna screw up or attack anybody. That's not my point here. So other than that, I'm gonna come here to entertain you guys, bring interesting things that will add to your lives, not create chaos, right? So I try to drive myself away from this kind of discussions. I don't want to be part of it, you know? I think he started with a cell phone, basically, like many other people of his generation, Josh. He has a cell phone, he starts selling his product, and out of the blue, he sees that the demand is big, he needs people to help him, and then he starts hiring people, and when he realizes he needs to open an office, that's how everything starts, basically. I don't know if he's completely obscure because it's something recent what I'm telling you. I think it started 2 weeks ago, but I saw his profile today while I was checking what's going on in the world. And I saw people saying, look, I used to come here for English because I like to receive your teachings. But I'm unfollowing you now because I can see you are just another guy like the others that I have. If I want to see hatred, if I want to see political clash, there are so many other places I could go to. But a quality English profile, we don't have it. So now you're losing people because of that. For me, again, it backfired. Whatever his strategy was, it backfired. I think he shouldn't have gotten involved with this kind of things. Because he's gonna provoke people that think like him. The world is full of people who won't think like you. I think respect and tolerance is the word, you know. Maybe you don't think like me. Who am I to force you to see the world like I see? We have different backgrounds, even different countries. Especially myself, who deal with you guys, with foreigners. I want you guys to keep being respected, you know. Whoever you are, wherever you're coming from, I want you guys to be respected and to be received here for us to talk about good things. So if you see, guys, I don't talk about bad news from Brazil, you know. I don't come here and say, oh, 3 people were killed yesterday in a car accident. Why am I gonna do that? You guys came from work, probably worked all day. You like Brazil and you see me and you say, okay, maybe he could add more passion to what I have about this country. And then I come and I spill bad news on you. No, it's not gonna happen. No way. Thank you very much, Josh. Thank you guys for participating, each and every one of you. I'll see you on Monday, hope so. I'm trying to make this live stream even better. And thank God the computer is helping. I'm not going to even compliment on it, not to have problems. But that means I can try a little bit more. I can change things for next time we see each other, like maybe showing you guys what I'm reading as I had promised, and it's going to be more interactive. Maybe I can get a part of my video and play for us guys to discuss. Let's see. My idea is to change to get better and better, okay? Hey, just a quick football note. Vinicius Nogueira, who began his career at Palmeiras. Interesting, Norway. Oh, it's not a market, Garvard, that we see Brazilians going to, right? Normally we see Spain, Portugal, England a lot, the German championship, Bundesliga, right, they say. But Norway, it's the first time. That's very interesting. Thank you very much for that. Guys, please, go binge watch the videos. Go help this channel. Guys, it's free of charge. You don't have to pay anything. All I'm asking is play my videos on your computer. Click on like, leave a message. Be part of this BU Nation. Help us, please. Also, do the same with the other channel, Portuguese with Mark Saint. Thank you very much. Love you all. It's always a pleasure to be here. I'll be here Monday with new topics for us to discuss. Thank you very much. And for you guys to enjoy, I hope so. I'm going to play the intro of the live stream for you guys to run away already or watch a little bit more, because I'm very proud of the work of Fábio Freitas. Thank you guys. God bless you all. Abraço e tchau.
Never really know what's going on. Look at me sometimes.